I become what I became again? Will I become what I became when we were only friends? If not, I think I might just write again. 'Cause I remember when you said it's the smartest way if all we stay as friends. Stay as friends. Style or just a trend? Will I become the nothingness that you would call your friend? If not, I think I'll play this game again. 'Cause I remember when you said it's the smartest way if all we stay as friends. 'Cause I remember when you said we stay as friends. your eyes, see paradise. Won't change your mind, can't shake the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't tame me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light, turn up the light. This is what I waited for, 'cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more, 'cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for. Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind, can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars around, the atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light, turn up the light.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the League of DragonCon, as I'm going to be calling it a little bit. But League of Legends tournament for DragonCon, shoutcasting live from DragonCon. I've already got my invitation here, so we can go ahead and jump over to this, and we're going to be jumping straight into spectator mode because we're going to be shoutcasting the League of Legends event, DCon LOL number 2. So I'm going to check here just a second, make sure that we've got the team names correct, because we want to make sure that we have those team names appropriately set up. Looks like I don't have any team names here at the moment, but let's go ahead and make sure, confirming team names. Zelda, who are you, playing as? There we go. But welcome, everybody. So, who here, shout out for the person that you are here to watch play. If you have their username, cool. If you have their real name, just shout out the first name. Don't do the whole name, because you don't need any full names on the game. But shout out here. I'm here to watch some awesome League of Legends. That's what I'm going to be doing, shoutcasting, and I'm super, super, super excited for this. Do the seal clap. Yes, I'm dressed up a little steampunky today, but I do have my Teemo hat on because I only shoutcast with Teemo hat. Where's that ear? There was like an ear that was completely missing there. So, still don't have a team name for this team yet, but we'll see. We'll get it when it gets there. So, Team Top. I don't think that's their team name. So, do you know what this team is? No, you do not. That's quite alright. No problem. Team number 1 at this point. That's quite alright. Quite alright. We're going to go ahead and actually do some fun stuff here in the meantime. Oh, wait. Team names. I want to check, make sure that we get the appropriate team names in here. So, add TXT Inertia. Okay, so cool. So Team 1 is going to be Inertia. Control X, Control Paste, Control X, and Control Paste, and then save both. Awesomeness. So we're going to do one of these fancy little things here. Make sure we get the team names available for everyone to witness in all of its glory. There we go. We want to go ahead and go with Cambria, and let's do a light blue. And then use outline 5, size 50, bold, and then use TXT. This is for Team 1. Whoa, we're going to go all the way over there. Boom. Edit scene, and check it out. Team Inertia. Now we're going to try to also get one set up for Team 2. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Add text. I'm jelly of the hat. Cool, everyone's jelly of the hat. It's true. It's true. Nope. I wanted... where is No, where? Whoa, what is going on? Cambria, there we go. This one we're going to do a little on the reddish color because we want to show that they're going to be Team Red for this. Hot is loud. Oh, yes, I can change that in just 1 second. Whoop, doing just everything all at the same time. So, edit scene, best friend sword, there we go. And we'll knock you down, there we go. Hey, and we are loading into game, there we are. So let's actually edit the scene and move these around because I forgot that we're going to be doing that. So, thank you very much. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first game of the day, which is going to be awesome. Inertia versus Best Friend Sword. So you got Inertia on the blue team and Best Friend Sword on the red team. And first ban of the day is going to be Annie, knocking out that mid laner and or support. Also, I've seen her a little bit every now and then as a top laner, basically a heavy damage dealer as well as a really good CC, making sure they take her out. And then, of course, the overpowered Skarner. There was actually a couple videos posted by League of Legends itself about the power of Skarner. He did recently get nerfed. We are on the most recent patch available. Are on the most recent patch available, but are going to take him out. Even though he's been nerfed, his ultimate, where he locks somebody up and pulls them into the enemy team, is just a little bit strong, so we're going to take him out. Elise being banned out as well, very strong champion, both leaping in across the map to deal excellent damage, as well as that form back and forth can deal damage based upon how much health or how little health people have. And then the super powerful Mordekaiser, I actually played a game with him last night, and that new buff that he has on the 4th hit, where he deals serious damage, I saw him taking out people chunks of half somebody's health in one hit, so very, very strong. Victor being knocked out as well. Very strong CC champion. It's interesting to see that these champions being picked out and banned when there's a lot of other champions that are newer and really powerful as well. So we'll see what champions get picked up. But last but not least, the CC master of it all, Thresh, going to be knocking him out. Don't want Thresh to be playing in this game, as his CC is just a little bit much to handle. So we're going to be making sure that we keep him off of the game. And then first picks of the day, we've got Soraka, the queen of heals for Team Inertia, making sure that the team is super healthy and super ready to do everything she can to keep the team alive. Taking teleport as well, so probably just grabbing that to trade out for somebody else. Not going to be going in the top lane there. Over on Best Friend Sword, we've got T-Spun taking the Nautilus, probably for the jungle. We'll see. His hooks are extremely powerful in the bottom lane, going to be doing a lot of CC, as well as that ultimate, knocking up enemy team members and the person that he's focused on. And last but not least, Kali maybe also picking up the Ashe. We're going to actually go ahead and knock you down just a little bit. It should be a little bit better. I wanted to... Whoop. Okay, we're going to... Again, this is the first game of the day, so we're kind of setting things up a little bit, doing some adjustments, making sure that everything is working properly. So there we go. Should be all right. APN Slick Nate looks like he's hovering over the Vi for the jungle. She has some strong CC, but everyone knows that she also is extremely powerful. Those punches going to be doing excellent damage, and great for a single target CC with her ultimate. Assault and Battery going to be leaping through the enemy team and locking up that AD carry. On an Ashe that only has a flash or slow as her escapes, that's going to be very, very strong. So very good pick there against the Ashe. Doesn't have any of the jumps that most AD carries also have in their kit. We've also got IOWENG, I'm just going to tell you IOW. Playing the LeBlanc for the mid lane, taking that Ignite, making sure that most powerful possible, having just insane numbers of jumps all over the map, taking the Flash as well, making sure that it gets 3 hops everywhere as possible. Hiya, MGD Sky 1, welcome, welcome. Ayu being 1 rank carry on Inertia. Yeah, shout out to the Shoutcaster. Thank you, Rosalis Fox. Thank you, appreciate that a lot. I know who you are. It's going to be just a fun game overall. Back on to Best Friend Sword. We've got T-Spun. Oh, no, I've already gotten him over him. Kazuto taking the Vigar in the mid lane. Ooh, if he plays Battle Boss Vigar, I'm going to be super happy. But taking Ignite as well. That is a great champion against the LeBlanc because of that burst. If you can get 1 snare or stun down on LeBlanc, you can instantly decimate LeBlanc. AP champion with the Vigar ultimate, going to be dealing a ton of damage. So it's really, really good if you can lock the LeBlanc up. If you can't lock her up, though, you're going to have some trouble. So LeBlanc having all those jumps, it's going to be really, really difficult. It's up to Vigar to really land that stun directly on the LeBlanc, but also great for team fights. And then the Shyvana. Big D911, there we go, XD, taking Shyvana in the jungle. A very strong champion, good repositioning. That ultimate being able to push enemy champions around. You can either push them away to turrets, push them into turrets, push them into the team. A lot of options there. Going to be a very good kit, as well as has good damage and a lot of tank. So it looks like they're going to be going a 3-tank team here. We'll talk about that in a second. Back on Team Inertia, we've got Slave Forispia. I'm getting used to these names. We're just going to call him Slay. Taking the Ezreal in the bottom lane. Is that Cleanse that I see? It is Cleanse. So seeing all of the CC over on Best Friend Sword, making sure that he's going to take Cleanse to clear that. You either have the stun from the Vigar that he's going to be walking away from, even the exhaust from Nautilus he's going to be able to get out from. Has his own built-in escapes, so a lot of options there. And then, switching around, the Olaf last pick there with that teleport in the top lane. Not taking Flash, instead going to be using Exhaust, because Exhaust in combination with his ultimate, Ragnarok, he's going to be running through and dealing a ton of damage to enemy champions or escaping. A great pusher as well as a good team fighter when he gets a single target champion and is just throwing down those Qs all day long doing serious damage. Oh no, it's Lubu picking up the Shen for the top lane. It looks like he's going to be taking that Shen in the top lane. Making sure that it has the teleport, super good mobility kit. Can both ultimate to an ally and making sure that they stay safe and moving himself across the map, but can also teleport back. So great for 4-man ganks in the bottom lane and then teleporting right back to the top lane, making sure he doesn't lose his tower. Very, very powerful champion when used right. However, if he gets locked up and if he starts to lose the lane, things are going to be really, really bad for him. So excellent champion there. It looks like we have a little bit of different styles here between these two teams. Over here, Best Friend Sword, we've got 3 minutes to talk about these teams, so that's what I'm excited for. We've got first game, League of Legends. Welcome to League of Legends DragonCon. This is going to be super fun. Just so excited for this. So let's talk about these teams really fast here as we get into the game. over here with Best Friend Sword, we're kind of running a 3-tank team. We've got the Shyvana, who can go very tanky, Shen, and Nautilus, as all of those 3 main head tanks, and then you have the 2 main damage dealers, the AD carry Ashe as well as the AP carry Veigar. So you really want to protect the carries. It is all about making sure that you keep those carries alive. If Ashe gets killed a whole bunch or Veigar loses lane, it's going to be really, really tough for them to come back. But if they do it right, that is a very powerful combination. You have 3 tanks that can walk underneath the tower, not care about the enemy team's damage, and their 2 carries are just going to decimate. Ashe played her last night, very, very strong AD carry. Great focus on either single target champions or volley is going to be slowing the entire enemy team. Very strong, as well as she has her own built-in CC with that enchanted crystal arrow. Over on Team Blue, Inertia, depends on how they build. Olaf and Vi could both be built tanky, but really they don't have to be. They can do some pretty good tank while also dealing good damage. Then they have the LeBlanc for the burst damage. They have Ezreal. If he goes blue build Ezreal, he's going to be slowing and dealing good damage all day long, kind of a caster Ezreal. And then you have Soraka, the heal. Playing a little bit more of a safer combination. If they go tank Vi, basic bruiser Olaf, heal Soraka, they're playing with a very safe combination. So over here with Best Friend Sword, they're playing with a risky team, and over on Inertia, they're playing with a very safe combination between the 3 of them. So we'll see which teams are actually going to take this in for a win. So we heart Jake, woo! All of the love for the Shoutcaster. For the love for the teams, though, does anyone know any of these players, though? I want to know if you guys viewing right now know any of these players. Give a little bit of a shout out for the player that you're cheering for and hoping that does well, and we'll see which team carries. Let's see, what else can we talk about between these teams? So Ezreal's been a iffy thing back and forth. I've seen blue build Ezreal's go well. I've seen blue build Ezreal's go poorly. You can build him AD carry. You can build him AP carry. There's a lot of options there. You can kind of build him hybrid. A lot of people build him hybrid. The real factor there against an Ashe especially is you want to have high poke. You want to be able to do a lot of poke and just continue to harass Ashe's health down. Ashe doesn't have a lot of health, and especially with a Nautilus, who's really more about the CC than he is shielding, he does nothing for Ashe directly. He's all CCing the enemy champions, shielding himself, getting in there, making sure that he's the biggest target for everyone else to focus. So Ezreal needs to be really, really good with his Qs, making sure that he pokes down that Ashe, keeps Ashe away, and make sure he does as much damage as possible, which makes Ashe scared to engage into a fight. Kind of the same thing with LeBlanc and Veigar. What up?
So you know, the person playing Shen is using my account.
Okay.
Because his account is EU West, so he couldn't log over.
Oh, okay. Switch over from EU West to NA.
Anyone thinks that I'm running the tournament.
Running the tournament and playing. He's awesome. Doing both at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you thank who made the stream possible today. Oh, no, yeah, I did want to do that. So MGD Sky 1, huge shout out, and I'll be shouting her out a little bit more in the future. Huge shout out to her because she actually, a lot of these overlays wouldn't have been possible if she hadn't walked from her apartment all the way about 30 minutes over to my apartment to then grab all of these overlays and email them directly to me. So huge shout out to her. And League is not happy showing up here, so... Well, we've got a black screen of awesomeness that's going to be here for hanging out for just a second. I can fix this. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Well, we're loading into the game anyway. I can already hear the audio, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the in-game page and see how that does. So, again, this is the first game of the day, so we're kind of working out the tweaks and working out the kinks, making sure that we get everything running as smooth as possible. You always have that on the first game, so loading over. If the audio, go ahead and listen to the audio here. I want to see if the audio cuts out while it's doing this loading thing. It doesn't fully crash. If the audio is continuing to go, I can talk about what's going on in the game even while it's loading in. So, okay, so the audio is still going, so we're going to chill here. What I'll probably do then is just immediately after, while the loading screen is on, I'll just switch over to this immediately, and we'll still have the other game. We can talk about that. There we go. See, that's up. Everything is beautiful. All right, so moving everyone to the correct positions, we're going to have Shen in the top lane, going to be dueling it out against the Olaf. In the jungle, we're going to have both the Shyvana and the Vi. In the mid lane, everyone's already set up there. Beautiful. Veigar versus LeBlanc and Ashe versus Ezreal as the AD carries, with the supports being Nautilus and Soraka. So you can see there the basic start. Nothing too crazy or out of the blue. The shield start for Shen in the top lane, making sure he's super defensive. The AD start for Olaf, he wants to do as much damage as possible early on. No one's really invading too much. We can see the Ashe and the Nautilus kind of checking out the river there, but playing it safe. They went and warded deep into blue team's side around the red buff, so they can see if anyone tries anything fancy there. they should catch sight of LeBlanc heading down there. I'll actually go ahead and click down there just to make sure that we can see. So LeBlanc did go ahead and ward there, making sure that they get some vision in case the junglers try to do any fancy invades here. But it does look like Shyvana's both going to be starting up here by the Gromps, as well as, so it's Gromp start for both people. No, where is, oh, Vi's going to be starting blue buff, that's it. So both junglers are going to be starting on the top side of the map, which means that we're going to have both junglers hitting the bottom lane at about the same time, depending on what they're doing, which means that, oh, Mike is back. Yeah, it switched over when it did that. Let me go ahead and fix that again. Whoop, drop you down about 75. There we go. All right, back to the grave. Cool, again, still working out kinks, so, all right, catch you later. So both junglers will be hitting the bottom lane about the same time, and that should make for an interesting gank, and woo, that volume is really, really loud. So, woo, we're going to jump back up here. And again, working out kinks, do forgive. Here. There we go. Much, much better. Now I'm not absolutely deafened. Awesome. Alright, so in the bottom lane, we've got the Ezreal going ahead and starting with the Ashe, doing some damage to these minions. The key is farming in the bottom lane for at least the first 3 levels. Ashe wants to get level 6 super, super quickly, because when she hits level 6, she has that Enchanted Crystal Arrow, which will lock up Ezreal for a good couple of seconds if she can get it hitting right. Soraka, however, is going to be able to heal through a lot of that, so the poke is going to have to be either on Soraka or the Ezreal. It's just really hard to poke against a Soraka team simply because of all the heals that they can do. Kali maybe just throwing out a couple of volleys there, making sure to poke away. So level 2's hit for different people. Olaf deciding to come in and just a little love tap onto the Shen. Nautilus jumping in here, takes a tower shot as Zareldi taking some damage there, but well, just heals it back up. So nothing too fancy. Again, people are just starting the game out, trying to see and sense where the other people, how they play, what people do. Shen taking a bit of damage in that top lane, down to about half health there. However, we got a gank here coming from Shyvana. Big D9 coming in, looking for an opportunity to jump onto Zelly. He's going to slow both. Nice job there, throwing that axe out. Another hook on to Soraka, down to about, oh, just a quarter of a health there. 100, a little over 100 health there. Shyvana's still poking in. She's got the red buff, so as soon as she auto-attacks, he's slowed. But he's going to turn around. Can he get any damage to stick on the Shyvana? Looks like everyone's just playing it safe there, so Soraka still throwing out a couple of those. I believe it's the W. Just trying to heal herself back up a little bit. That Soraka is the queen of healing. That's all she does all game long, is throw so many heals. But another nice hook. However, Vi coming in the bottom lane, that she's going to catch a couple people out there. Double buff onto the Nautilus. He's slowed. Can he get out of this? This might be first blood, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the run. Doesn't have the hook, trying to slow people down. Ashe now red buff procced on her. Kali maybe is going to be able to walk away from that one. No need to burn flash. Playing it safe. Vi did not have any boots to speak of, so a little bit on the slower side. Got a couple of hits though, and forced red team to back off down there in the bottom lane. Just making sure they're playing safe, keeping the team, because red team had pushed blue all the way up underneath their tower in the bottom lane, that outer tower there, outer turret. But just playing it safe here. So farms at the moment is in Ezreal's favor in the bottom lane. 16 farm to 14. That is not a large gap, but it does mean that he is still successfully farming even when being pushed underneath the tower. Those Qs becoming super, super helpful in being able to just poke away on the farm. Look at these two top lane. Both getting really low health. Is either one going to be able to finish off the other? The nice thing about Olaf is he gets increased attack speed the lower health he is, so it actually works out in his favor to be on the lower side, whereas Shen not quite so much. So a gank up there could be bad. Oh, great hook onto the Soraka again. There's another volley. However, Ezreal blocked that one. Kali maybe now backing off, realizing not going to get too much poke on the Soraka. So Soraka is low health. That is good. If they can force Soraka to back, which she is going ahead right now, that means they can get some really good poke onto Ezreal and probably knock him to low health before the Soraka can back and heal him again. Zelda healed back up in the top lane as well as, oh, Shen. Gotta watch out for those Qs. Another amazing long-range hook from the Nautilus. A little bit of poke there onto the Ezreal, as I was talking about. He is low mana, as Ashe is sitting at a nice half mana there, so she's going to be able to poke pretty well back in the top lane. It's just really just a poke game at the moment between these two. Olaf and Shen poking with melee attacks. In the bottom lane, it's all ranged attacks. Shyvana checking out the mid lane, just saying hi to LeBlanc before heading back into the jungle. Jungler's headed up there, so no one's really back too heavily yet other than Soraka. Started that Talisman of Ascension, wanting that speed boost to make sure that their team can either engage or disengage, being that queen of healing and queen of keeping people safe. They want to be able to do that as best as possible. So Soraka back in the bottom lane. You can see Ezreal full health again, but he has to be careful because he has low mana. So if he uses one jump, and that's going to absorb all of his mana, not going to have anything else for any of the attacks or whatever. A great pull onto Soraka again. There's the slow, a couple more pokes from Ashe. A nice crit as well, knocked her down to half health instantly. So this Ashe is very, very painful even early on, especially against the Soraka that doesn't have the best defense or magic resist. So, well, it would be defense because of the auto attack damage in the bottom lane. So I'm surprised that mid laners have just been farming away. 35 farm to 32, nothing too fancy going on there. Looks like Vi did back, going ahead and starting the Stalker's Blade. That's right, the Stalker's Blade in the jungle item. Shyvana still is not backed yet, but probably will soon. Oh, she's all the way over in the enemy team. You can actually check this out real fast here. She's finishing off the Gromp on this side of the map, taking that one, so it says no to Vi. Oh, we're going to see Vi running into her here, though. They're just going to be chasing her away. Gets the speed boost from that river critter, the Scuttlebug in the river there, and is able to make it out fine. So in the bottom lane, both red members very low health. They are looking maybe to back. Nautilus does like to chill around. He does have a shield that he can use, so it can be very hard to really determine how much damage you can put on him, because the last second he'll throw out the shield and then be able to walk away from that one. So very, very hard to really make any damage stick on him, at least when you're not sure what he's doing. So Shen has back, that's why he's really full health, but that gave Olaf the level advantage. He's now level 6, possibly looking at using that to his advantage. He still has half health and some mana. There he goes. Nope, just going to grab some more farm before he backs off of this one. So just a health crystal as well as some potions for Shen. A little bit of speed boost with the boots as well. So everyone in their backing going ahead and grabbing boots, making sure that they can get as fast as possible, wanting to use whatever advantage they can on the enemy team. So far, neither team really too aggressive. We haven't even had first blood yet, and we are at the 7-minute mark. We're just playing it safe, making sure that you, especially as the first game of the day, you don't want to try anything too risky. However, this is going to be working out in the favor of blue team because they are playing that super safe team. They are making sure that they don't do anything crazy. For the red team, it's going to be tough for them because their carries haven't gotten carried yet. The junglers haven't been engaged too much in these ganks. I had seen a couple of the ganks, but not enough to get either Ashe or Veigar to really get some kills underneath their belt. So it's going to be interesting to see where this game goes, as red team's strategy of getting those carries fed is not really working out in their favor, at least in the first 10 minutes. But you never know, they might have some great team fights through the second and third section of the game to be able to finish it off. Looks like Olaf did catch sight of Shyvana headed up there, decides to go back up. Hasn't recalled yet, still chilling up there, says I'm Olaf, I can regen all the time, but bottom lane has backed, and it's a BF sword start for Ashe, as well as a couple of potions. No need for boots when you can slow people all day, making sure that they don't have any boots. Oh, and this Shyvana may be cut out here. This can be a little block jumping over. Hasn't stolen the blue just yet. No, Shyvana did get the blue, but she is on the run. 3 members of blue team chasing in. The smite has been used. The flash, Vi flashes in as well. There's the Shen teleport, or the ultimate thrown in there, making sure she stays safe, and that is both members of red team getting out. So no kills yet, but Shyvana successfully stole that blue away. Didn't go to the Vi or the little block, which is definitely going to hurt blue team a bit. We'll see how long it lasts in that one, but a great flash there from Shyvana, making sure she stays safe. Gonna be LeBlanc just making sure. I can hear you guys out there in the hallway. This is awesome. You guys have no idea. It is really exciting. Just a side note, there is the shoutcaster. This is like hype all day long. Hype all day long. So, in the bottom lane, 80 carries have pretty much evened out. Ezreal backed as well, got that Sheen, making sure that he keeps his items as high as possible. Oh my goodness, to the top lane, Olaf running away. Shen got a great taunt on him. He has used the Ghost and the Ragnarok. Can he get out of this one? The flash in from Shen, and a last cue, first blood over to Shen in the top lane. So just great poke between the minion damage and his own taunt, making sure that Olaf stuck around as long as possible, and then flashed in for the last cue to finish Olaf off and get first blood. So great there from Shen, picking that one off. Olaf losing the first blood there, has backed, but getting some extra health in that one, so making sure that he's going to be tanky. I can hear you guys cheer at that. It's so cool. So cool. Ezreal in the bottom lane, just farming away. He has been forced to farm under his tower quite a lot, but he's doing really, really well, staying even with all the farm from Ashe in that, even though he's been pushed under the tower quite a lot. Red team starting this Dragon down to 3/4 health here. Shyvana down to half health, and she's tanking away. Ashe and Nautilus here. Maybe switch the Dragon over to Nautilus. Ezreal going out there. Can they steal the Dragon away? Shyvana is very low health. LeBlanc going to jump over. The Dragon gone to red team, but that's Shyvana going down. LeBlanc picks that one up. Ashe now poking away. Kali maybe going to be stunned away. Can't she get out of this one? The figure just absolutely decimating. There's Assault and Battery onto Ashe. Can she escape? It doesn't look like she will with the red buff proc on her. Nautilus in the meantime being hit by 3 people, and that's going to be Nautilus and Ashe both going down. Vi picking up one, Ezreal the other one. So a huge advantage over to blue team. There's 3 members of red team go down. They did get the Dragon, but it was at a massive cost as well. And I think along with the blue buff being gone over to blue team on top of that, that's going to be a huge lead for blue team, even though they lost that Dragon. In the top lane, Olaf taking a couple tower shots there. Zelda just not even caring too much about it, but Olaf now backing off of that one. Vi picking up that ward before heading out. APN, Slick Nate. Very happy with the results of that last engage. The Assault and Battery used very nicely on Ashe with the red buff, just happened to work out perfectly to keep her safe. Oh, LeBlanc going to be stunned up there, going to get a little bit of damage trying to jump in on Vigor. My screen's bouncing back and forth between these two, saying which team is doing the most damage, top lane or mid lane. But it looks like Vygar is just going to back off. He's got 55 farm, hasn't backed yet, it doesn't appear so, as he only has that Doran's Ring, so he's going to be able to buy quite a lot. If we check the gold here really fast, he does have 2,000 gold, and now he's buying his items up. There we go. So now he's going to come back even more powerful than ever. Forbidden Idol, as well as that Fiendish Codex, making sure that he's super strong and has plenty of mana. That's one thing in a game like this, you do not want to run out of mana if you don't have the skills. Nice hook there from Nautilus. Lero trying to jump away from that one, down to half health, and then back up to 3/4. Just going to poke away. That's the thing with the Soraka, it's very hard to stick that damage. Zelda now very low health at the top lane. Shyvana coming in, has used the smite. Even the speed boost is not going to save him. Shyvana's going to pick up another kill. So Olaf struggling in the top lane. That Ghost just not working out too well for him. The flash and the slow, or either the flash from Shen or the slow from Shyvana's smite, just not going to be able to keep him safe. He's a Ghost not working out too well for him. Another great hook onto this Ezreal, down to half health there. There's the Soraka heal. I don't think Soraka ulted yet. Nope, has not used. Well, used the ult in the last team fight, but as used, there's the Ezreal ultimate. Just farming these minions up as much as possible. 77 farm, getting a little bit of advantage over this Ashe. We'll see which AD carry wins it out in the end. So some stuns there for the minions in the mid lane. LeBlanc just bouncing around it. Shyvana now engaging. There's another great hook onto this Ezreal. Ezreal just cannot get hooked. This Nautilus is fishing for him for days. Ashe does have her ultimate available and could try to Enchanted Crystal Arrow the Soraka, as the Soraka is now backing. Can they see the Soraka backing or not? I don't think they can, so Soraka should be able to safely escape, and she does. Dragging on up for a while yet, so red team still moving in here in the bottom lane. They force Soraka to back. Can they push Ezreal out of the lane as well? Shyvana's back up towards the mid lane, so can't help too much there. Great stun onto Ioane Jen. Gonna take a chunk of health from that one, but not all that much. She has that immediate jump afterwards, so it's very, very hard to land the... I'm totally forgetting the name of the E from Vygar. Not Starfall. I'll think of it. In the meantime, red team, Nautilus wants to engage on this one, but here's Soraka as well. He's going to go underneath the tower, Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Ezreal, healed back to half health. Shyvana engaging now. Nautilus underneath the tower, he's going to go down from the tower shot. Ezreal still alive with only 200 health. Ashe is running back and forth. Oh, the game did not work. And so that's going to be Shen teleporting in onto the Shyvana, but that was not the target he wanted to teleport in onto the Ashe, and so 2 people down. However, I believe that Ashe was executed there, and so she did survive, or not really survive, but did escape giving a kill over to the enemy team, but didn't work out for their favor. Shyvana poking a little bit on the tower. There's a teleport in from Olaf, making sure that the top lane stays as safe as possible. Doesn't want Olaf pushing in there, so Shen's gonna clear those minions and just grab that farm back up. But 106 farm for Olaf to the 61 of Shen. Olaf is a farming beast at the moment, and that is going to make it very, very good for him towards the late game. Look at him picking the axe back up and beating away on the Shen. Even if he has died twice, he doesn't care. He's still getting the items that he wants and still getting strong. Because, again, I think it's 12 minions equals a single kill. So he's already 40 farm over the Shen, which means he's at least 3 kills in the lead there. There's Hawk Shot coming by. You can see there that LeBlanc is going to be picking up that blue buff. That was a very long Hawk Shot, Ashe. Very long Hawk Shot indeed. But they do see that blue buff has gone over to LeBlanc now. Oh, here comes Vi in the top lane looking for the Shen. Gonna get a little bit of damage. Back in the bottom lane, Ezreal hooked once again. And it looks like the Vi gank in the top lane didn't work out super effectively. Shen just going back to his tower and just continuing to heal up off of those minions and stay safe. Having a more difficult time than Ezreal is, that's for sure, farming underneath his tower. Oh, look at all these wards here. Ashe actually came over to help clear those wards because there were so many of them. You only get a limited time with the sweeper to be able to check and make sure that you can clear those wards. And if you have 2 or 3 wards that you have to clear, it's going to be difficult to catch all of them. So this Nautilus, I must have to say, is excellent at landing these extremely long-range hooks. So very, very good. Undertow, I believe, is the name of that one. No, Undertow is Olaf's skill. Gotta check on these things. So in the bottom lane, just a little bit of damage onto the Ezreal. He does have low mana once again, and Soraka is no longer the queen of mana giving. There was a time way back in season 2, 3, well, since she came out, until about season 3 or 4, that she was able to give mana, but it is no longer. First tower of the game has gone down for the favor of blue team in the top lane. Olaf and his farming mat is coming in, but now Shyvana going to be jumped on by Olaf, and Shyvana just going to flash directly over. Shyvana escaping. Sorry, bye, I meant. Shyvana escaping over the wall, back to the turret, playing it safe. Shen came down just to check it out and make sure, but Olaf was just clearing Shyvana's jungle, not even worried about it, and headed right back to the top. I don't need to back. I have all of the gold that I can use, but I'm still going to get more. He is currently at 1,300 gold and still going to grab more before he backs. Dragon is up and available for either team, but doesn't look like either one is rushing in to get it. Soraka sticking around to... Ashe, it looks like Ashe might actually get this tower here. The Ezreal ultimate coming through, flying by, going to clear a minion, but Ashe picks up the bottom turret. So that's one tower for each team there. Red buff going over to Vi, picking up that one. Soraka making sure that she's safe and there's no one around here. But that means that the bottom turret has gone down. All of that pushing from the Nautilus and Ashe in that bottom lane has benefited them greatly as they now get a tower. Nice little shot there from Veigar. He doesn't do quite as much damage as I think most Vigors would want at this point in the game, but it still helps. LeBlanc, on the other hand, has picked up a Luden's Echo, so she is going to be not only doing good damage, but also a little bit of AoE there. So both members of blue team here being seen by that red ward, running around the jungle. Neither team is gone for Dragon just yet, but red team is collecting around here. You can see Shen and Veigar in the jungle on blue team side, or the blue buff side coming through here. There's a ward there being cleared by Nautilus, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and start the Dragon. Dragon is moving down, blue team moving to engage. Is this going to be another bloodbath for red team? Vi just over the side, doesn't even engage the team, not there to do that. Not there to engage, and so red team's going to safely grab the Dragon. Ashe picking that one up and moving out. Shyvana went to Dragon form just to make sure that she was ready in case anybody had anything else, and blue buff will be secured by red team as well. 4 kills to 2. Blue team just barely leading with some gold. Oh, great grab onto Olaf here. They had the pink ward to make sure they saw him. Nautilus just poking him away. I've got a giant axe that I'm going to hit you with. Anchor, I suppose, is it's actually called there. A nice stun there from Veigar. This is going to be the engage the team's looking for. Ashe coming in here. Blue team just backs off immediately. Everyone using their different jump abilities to get out of that one. Soraka on the escape. And so everyone made it away just fine. No engage for... blue team realized that they were kind of scattered in that fight. One was towards the mid lane, 2 were in the around the dragon pit. So they decided, you know what, let's just disengage this. This is not the fight that we want. Red team does seem to have the advantage right now. They just pick up the second dragon. Let's go ahead and back off. So 2 dragons over to red team. If they can keep this up, this will be very, very nice for them. Mostly not just for them having the benefit of the dragons, but keeping it out of blue team's hands. Blue team, again, playing with that very safe team composition means that once they can start to get some of these objectives secured for them, it's just going to improve their gameplay just better and better and better. So Veigar going ahead and backing. Boop, 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 boop. And the master of them all, Veigar, backs in the mid lane. Heads back to go grab some more ability power, I suppose. Maybe a little bit of boots, extra speed. What's he going to grab? Oh, he's going to finish off. No! A needlessly large rod. It is needlessly large, but it gives you lots of ability power, so looking for some extra damage, as well as the magic penetration boot. So now he's going to be hurting. Ashe as well finishes an Infinity Edge, so very strong there, but Ezreal has also finished a Trinity Force, so both AD carries have that first really big item that they want, and that's going to be really good for them. Ezreal is leading just a little bit in gold overall by about 1,000 gold, and that's giving him a little bit of an advantage there. Looks like both are going for maybe attack speed boots, but haven't gotten there yet. Shyvana ganking the top lane, but so is Vi. There's the taunt onto Olaf. He immediately uses the ultimate to back off of that one. Shyvana and Shen on the back line now, running away from this one. Shen very low health. Can he get out? 1/4 health assault and battery. No! And Shyvana ults in too late before trying to back out. Now, is he going to continue chased by the Undertow? Looks like both of them are going to back off. Nautilus, however, comes up to say hi and check out what's going on up here. Just going to run up to the minions and check them out. In the bottom lane, Ashe now solo defending this tower. She is going to be able to get some nice farm, but that Ezreal is going to be able to hit that tower quite a few times and might be able to take it down as he is, Ashe is down here by herself. And that Soraka continuing to throw out those W's, making it difficult for Ashe. Ashe is just poked away. Well, down to 3/4 health there. Not too bad, but all of these abilities from blue team's bottom lane just being thrown out there. Nautilus, can you get over this wall in time and get the blue buff? It's right there. Oh! He steals it! Nautilus steals the blue buff. LeBlanc unable to get it. Now very low health from this one. Shyvana now doing lots of damage, picking up both LeBlanc and now chasing out a Vi, but Vi Q's away from that one, headed towards the tower, staying safe. Olaf came down to hang out before going back. AoE ability from Nautilus steals the blue buff away. That is impressive timing on that one. And I don't believe he even had a ward for that, unless the ward went down in that fight. Had no ward and just happened to AoE at the right time and grab blue buff away from blue team. So Blue team has suffered. They've lost several blue buffs this game to red team. They are just always hanging out in blue team's jungle. So a great steal there. 1, 2, 3. So red team picking up this middle tower there. Soraka unable to do anything. Soraka is the queen of healing, and she cannot heal towers. So if Soraka could heal turrets, that would be a wonderful thing. But that is not the case so far in the League of Legends. Shyvana decides to pick up the red buff. Make sure she has that in case any engage happens there. So, Dragon, not up for a little bit. I'm getting called there, but no, go away. I don't need to answer a call while I'm shoutcasting League of Legends. 5 kills to 3, blue team's favor, but they are tied up in gold. Red team about even with them in gold. Those dragons really coming and helping. You can see a lot of wards there back and forth between the two. Viger getting a little bit of damage. No, just pokes away. Just pokes away. So Viger still has not gotten any kills, and that is not good for a Viger. You really need to start snowballing if you're Viger. But on the other hand, neither really has LeBlanc. Vi and Shyvana going back and forth here, but it looks like Vi's going to be the one who's running away from that one. Shyvana poking a little bit with red buff before walking away. Just saying hello with a lovely fist to your face before backing off from that one. However, Shyvana has a slight advantage there because she has a dragon on her fist, whereas Vi simply just has really big fists. Fat hands, as someone would call her. Vi may have thrown out these wards, however, we're going to see the pink ward in there. Nautilus says, I'm big enough, I can take this ward. No problem there. A little bit of a silence. Sorry, Soraka. Silences do not stop you from taking wards, but good try nonetheless. Scuttlebug over here for red team, which is really good because it will last over the minute that they need before Dragon comes up. So always on time with those. No hook there for Nautilus. The rest of red team collecting around. They still have another 40 seconds before that Dragon is up. Just making sure the blue team doesn't really move in. Oh, Ezreal, I'm sorry, I missed that. Ezreal taking the tower in the bottom lane, but here's 4 members of red team moving in. That is going to be way too much CC, and Viger with an ultimate picks up the LeBlanc. Great CC there from the Nautilus hook, as well as the Shyvana just finishing her off. And I think Ashe used the Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well. There's the speed boost towards the bottom lane. Shyvana, can she get in with the speed? Looks like she's going to start attacking the Soraka, as well as the hook. That might be able to go down. Ezreal ultimate out. Is anyone going down? Assault and battery. That was on the wrong target. Well, it was on Shyvana and took her down. And now turning the damage onto Nautilus. There's the ultimate from Shen coming in here. Can he turn it around? Dashes right through, taunts both of them. Slave for Repia down, doing as much damage as possible. Vi continuing to chase in on Ashe, not going to land that. The slow from Nautilus. He is shielded, but he's still going to go down. Ezreal picking that killing spree, and now Vi going down. Ashe picking up that one. Turning on to Ezreal. She is poking away. She has the red buff, but Olaf's here, and he's got way too much damage with the taunt keeping him safe. No, he ultimates. He's moving in. He's taking out the Ashe. He's moving on. The Undertow continuing to slow down this, and a double kill over to Olaf as massive damage comes out. He had the teleport. He had the damage. Shen, wherever you go, I will follow, and he takes both of them out. So huge, huge game there, changer for blue team, getting 2,000 gold, and the dragon was not taken, so blue team should be able to secure this no problem. Viger headed around the backside looking for an engage here, but I don't think he will actually manage it, and so the dragon will go over to blue team, getting their first dragon of the game. And by blue team, I totally mean Inertia, because I should be using the team name. So Best Friend Sword with 6 kills, Inertia with 9. Inertia doing well this game. Red team checking to see. They know that Inertia likes to take the blue buff in return, but they don't see any members of Inertia coming by, so they decide to take that blue for themselves. Possibly giving over to Viger. They do. Viger using that blue buff to, favor the small one, Viger. Or not, I guess. If you don't want your blue buff to respawn, don't worry about it. So another tower going down for red team. Blue team's now picking up 3 towers total. All the exterior turrets looking for their next turret, but they're going to get some kills in the meantime, though. Jumping on to Nautilus here. Can they get the kill? Looking for a nice silence onto Viger. T-Spun now trying to get out of this one, but there's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow slowing down the Vi's engage. The Shantan on 4 members. The rest of the red team coming in here. Solo, help LeBlanc on the run. So is Olaf, so is Vi. Red team continuing to chase in Ashe on the back lanes, not able to get any slows down. Shen looking for another taunt. Taunts both Vi and Olaf. He says, at least I'll get those Ezreal coming through, doing a little bit of damage. But Viger now going to get a nice stun onto Zelda. Is he going to go down? There's the ultimate. Viger picking up that one. APN Slick now on the run. The Vi doesn't have a charge of another taunt. Shyvana says, I'm just going to go for the ones on the back line, but no, turn around. Let's finish off. Kylie maybe picking up the Vi there. Ezreal's now joined. He's full health, but he's going to do a bit of damage. Red team says, we're still happy with those kills. Picking off 2, I think it was actually 3 total before backing off of that one. No, it was just 2. They did not get the squishier members of blue team. But red team picking up a couple return kills from that last engage. So they didn't get the dragon, but now 8 kills to 10. Inertia in the lead on kills and about 2,000 gold there, so still have an advantage despite their losses in that last one. The turret's definitely helping them out on that one. So, with the team compositions Best Friend Sword is definitely going to want to group. They have those 3 tanks and the 2 carries. They need to have everyone together for that to be super effective. Otherwise, their carries are just going to be picked off and killed before they can do enough damage to really get some severe kills. Vigar now has 2 kills under his belt. Rabadon's Death Cap. Sunfire Cape's finished for both Shyvana and Shen, so that's the tank that they're looking for, and then the damage with the Infinity Edge and Rabadon's Death Cap on the Ashe and Vigar. So very, very happy with that, but they need to group. They need to stay as either 3s, 4s, or 5s when moving around through the map. A lot of their exterior turrets are down, so they don't have to worry about defending those. They simply have to follow the movement of blue team. You can see a lot of wards here from both teams, making sure that they keep as much vision on the jungle as possible to see where the enemy team is moving around. Look at that red ward right there, seeing both the LeBlanc and the Soraka as they run through the jungle. Olaf coming up here, just saying hello to Shen as he goes ahead and backs off that Sunfire Cape. Going to be nice defense. However, Olaf has finished off a Thornmail as well, so he's going to be very happy with that. Ashe is going to have a little bit of a difficult time piercing through that. Maybe get a Blade of the Ruined King here, but I love the little just taps from these tanks. Vi comes in, just adds a little punch onto Shen. Shen throws a knife in response, but here's a jump onto LeBlanc. Is she going to get out of this one? Jumps straight into the stun. She's invisible, but she'll be back visible again. Not going to be able to get out, or is going to be able to get out of that one. Just flashes away after the jump. Another jump there. Olaf engaging. Now this is going to be a full team engaged. And that's going to be red team now looking. The Chain of Crystal Arrow coming in, not going to be able to stun, but Olaf's still going to be able to go down. Vigar picking up that one. The tanks on the front line, the Nautilus and Shen doing a lot of damage. Solid battery onto Vigar, but he's going to be taking it up. Ezreal ultimate coming through there. That Nautilus is having to back off. Ashe is late to the fight, but here she shows up. Now Shyvana super low health, ults off to the side. Still going to go down though, and now Ashe is ill with full health here. Looking, there's the speed boost from Soraka. Ezreal poking in here. The chase for Ezreal is his happiest place ever. Ashe very low health. The charge from Vi just going to keep her safe and back her off. So Soraka able to keep 2 members alive as the rest of red team licks their wounds and leaves, having only lost 1 member. So 1 to 2 red team slowly trying to pull their way back into the lead on this one. Look at how many wards are around this Baron pit. Both teams want as much vision as possible. You can see, even though there's so many wards on the map already, there's still 2 pink wards in the pockets of both Ashe and Nautilus. They want to make sure they have as much vision. So both teams backing off from that one, 11 to 10. Neither team gotten any turrets recently. They're mostly looking for these team fights and testing the waters. The thing about turrets is you either have to know you're powerful enough to siege one, or you have to have a really good team fight that then allows you to sneak in, grab a turret before backing. And they haven't really had either one. A lot of these team fights have been kind of neutral, 1s and 2s, losses on both sides, no one really coming out the victor, and enough people on both sides that have backed and be able to stay safe that they really can't push any turret. So it's going to probably, I'm feeling like this is going to be a little bit of a long game. 28 minutes in so far at the moment, 11 kills to 10 in the favor of Inertia, and they are still a little bit on the advantage. Baron is still up and chilling, waiting for anybody to come by and try to kill, but neither team looking for it. Baron buff is slightly less strong than 5 Dragon buffs. Vigar here going to be able to get any jump on somebody. Soraka down to half health there. Just going to heal herself back up a little bit. Olaf in the bottom lane, not being chased down just a little bit now. Says, hey, Nautilus, what's up? But they're going to be engaged upon by 2 members of blue team, and the flash from Ashe. So 2 flashes burned from red team over the wall, making sure they do not want this Vi to jump in here. Dragon up in 40 seconds. A little early for both teams to be hanging here, but making sure that they are going to hold this ground until Dragon comes up. Blue does not want to give a second Dragon, or third Dragon, over to red team. Wants to even that advantage up. And they have the poke to do it. They have the healing from Soraka to keep any poke from red team healed up, as well as Ezreal just going to be throwing out those Qs all day long, making sure that the enemy team can't engage on that one. Soraka just heals herself a little bit there. Ward going down, make Nautilus clearing that. They do have a ward over here, and they have the Scuttlebug. Again, that Scuttlebug is very important. Blue buff going over to red team on that one. They have free vision here that cannot be taken down for another minute. So they're going to see the blue team moving in for Dragon, and red team actually, if they decide to move in and engage on this right now, have the speed boost advantage of that Scuttlebug. But I believe that this Dragon may go down before red team decides to engage, and they are just going to give it over. However, in the meantime, they did take that top turret down. Shen moved in. He said, you know what, the 4 of you are down there. I can ult in any time. If there is engage that happens, I'll be there, but otherwise I'm going to keep pushing. And that's the advantage of having Shen, is you can push and be there for team fights at the same time. Ashe recalling there in that bush. No, that wasn't Ashe. That was Nautilus. Nautilus recalling. Shyvana's sticking around here. So blue team is 5-man pushing strong on this turret. They should be able to take this turret down no problem without red team being there. So they did just lose a turret. Shen still pushing in that top lane, but he's not going to push near as hard as 5 members of blue team all pushing this bottom lane. Vigar still in the mid lane. Has in fact just yet. There's that teleport in from Olaf. Going to go defend that top lane turret. So they got a turret as well, continuing to stretch their gold lead. Vigar just around the corner with the blue buff. Going to get some stuns down, looking for some damage.